This episode of The Movie Men is brought to you by media sales consultant Tim DeArmond.
Your source for daily traditional and digital marketing insights and advice.
For more information, check out the link posted in the show notes below.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can. Salutations.
And greetings.
Do you think if and when, like, okay, if there is alien life, and if we are going to, in fact, at some point make contact with alien life,
Sure.
do you think that's how that happens? Do you think it's a hello? Is this thing on?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like why limit it to any language at all? Like, I think there are sounds that are emitted in space that are just like of a child's voice or like of sounds just that transcend just like one species, one specific language.
How crazy and mind-blowing would it be if when we do make contact,
Interesting that you said when, not if.
Oh yeah, no, when.
Okay.
If and when we do make contact, if we make contact.
Sure.
But not if there's something out there.
Gotcha.
Right. If we make contact, do you know how question everything you've ever known to be true it would be if they also speak English?
Right. Right.
Or any language of Earth, if they
Right.
speak French or they speak Spanish or something,
like
right?
they've been watching Seinfeld reruns for years and just picked up the language.
No, not even that. Not like it turns out we got it from them.
Oh, I see.
From from when they were here building the pyramids.
Yeah,
or something.
some ancient alien stuff. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of aliens, we're not illegal aliens, and we're the Movie Men podcast.
Okay. I don't know. I think maybe that was smoother on paper.
Yeah,
than
it was a bit of a
than it
stretch.
Actually.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me.
Oh,
I'm so
yes.
it's I'm happy to be a guest here on your show.
No, our show.
I feel like I'm gonna need to see some kind of paperwork.
Well,
Custody of this thing is yours.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome everyone. Welcome.
Yeah.
To our show.
It's a brand new month.
It is February.
Yeah. And
February, which is not February, is not spelt February.
no, it's questionable.
February.
Mm-hmm.
February. Yeah.
Well, Brady sounds that out. Should we do some housekeeping now or at the end?
Sure, go. Yeah, whatever. Go for it.
Well, just everyone, like, follow, subscribe. You know where to do it. If you haven't done it already, just do it. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Podbean,
February.
iTunes, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. We're just follow, listen to us. But the more
February.
interesting piece of housekeeping is
February.
is that it's a new month, which means a new shout out for our Tier 4 supporters.
Brian.
And, what?
Brian.
Brian? No, not Brian. Brian.
Oh.
Brian jumped ship. He's gone. He's with the movie Animals now, a different podcast. Anyway, long story short, Daphne Kirkpatrick, thank you for your support on Patreon, and thank you for your listening ship. And this is your monthly shout out.
Daphne.
Are you not entertained?
That's the masses cheering.
Yes.
Yeah, we have masses.
That seems unhealthy.
No. Like, okay. I was thinking more like
like
physical,
a following.
Like,
Yeah, we do have a
like-
following. Yeah.
no, well, yeah, that too. But I was thinking more like the mass of Pete is a lot.
I don't know
or
where you're
something.
going
I don't know.
with
I don't know.
Okay.
So we're back, and we're clothed again.
We were always closed.
We had a run of naked episodes, so to speak.
We had a guest, and then we did a recommendation episode. So it's been a while since we've had a routine episode where you guys tell us what to review.
Right. So if you're a long-time listener, welcome back. And thanks for sticking through our naked episodes. If you found those kind of a little off our beaten path. And if you are a straggler that we have picked up as a result of those naked episodes, then welcome.
Or just a different straggler, like that just came across by happenstance and like coincidence.
Right. Yeah. Which I'm technically is everybody at one point. So this week we did
live action Disney, but very specific live action Disney, not just like your mom pa's live action Disney. Anything from the 1990s or prior.
Which probably was my mom pa's live action.
That's
Disney.
true, actually. That's ironic.
So we had 4 options.
The least voted upon, which I was surprised with, was, maybe I'm just out of touch, but Mary Poppins.
Right. Yeah. That blows my mind.
It does.
I kind of assumed that... I didn't assume. I wondered if it was going to be a shoo-in.
Yeah.
I wondered if it was just going to...
Yeah. It's a classic.
Undeniably be... that everyone would be like, oh, wow, Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be the most recognizable one on the list.
I'd agree with that.
Probably the one that the most people have seen.
Yes.
But
no matter the age or demographic, I would agree.
Yeah. The next one was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Right.
Which you have still not seen.
I have not. I've seen
Disgraceful.
The second one, or a later one, whatever the Blew Up the Kid is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another option was That Darn Cat?
That Darn Cat. Yeah. Which came really close to winning.
I was surprised. I had never even heard of this thing.
Yeah.
But
actually, so 3 of them. Okay. So of everyone who voted, 8% voted for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep.
28% voted for... No, sorry, 8% voted for Mary Poppins. 28% voted for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep.
30% voted for That Darn Cat.
Wow.
And 32% voted for our winning movie, Homeward Bound.
Wow.
So this was a tight race.
Yeah, it was a cat fight, a dog fight.
Which tells me 2 things. It tells me we made good selections.
Sure.
Apparently, with the exception of Mary Poppins.
Apparently.
But it also tells me that maybe some of those options are ones that need to be revisited, because there's definitely...
Yeah.
There's definitely some interest in those.
For sure. Yeah. So ultimately, the winner, as Brady said, was Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey.
Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also dubbed the best way to make adults cry.
Also, not to be confused with The Incredible Journey.
The 1960
original
4 version?
Which was this movie was a remake. That was the original.
Yes.
And I remember as a kid, I watched the 1960 version after seeing the 90s version, and I thought it was absolute horrid garbage.
Right. I haven't seen it. It's on Disney Plus, and so I'm intrigued. But no, I have not seen it.
And I wonder, maybe if I watched it as an adult, I'd actually appreciate it more. But as a child, for some reason, I didn't like it. But
okay, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
We're jumping the gun here. So a segment that we kind of introduced last week, and are going to kind of see how it goes. Is Question of the Week. So weekly, or however often, episodely, we will post a question up on our Twitter. and kind of get your opinion on sort of just a general movie topic.
Yeah.
And then we'll discuss what those results mean, or what we, how we kind of feel about them. And so this episode's question was: when you see a movie in the theater, given the option, do you watch it in regular or 3D? And 86.7% of you voted regular. Only 13.3% voted 3D. Do you which side of this fence do you fall in, Pete?
I fall in line with the 80 some odd percent. I feel 3D, just generally speaking, I feel like it's a little unnecessary, a little overhyped at times. Although, and this kind of ties into last week's question about, do we think movie theaters will thrive or die in the future? Although I think experience is a way for theaters to separate themselves from the past and kind of grow, I don't think 3D experience is what I'm looking for.
So, the first 3D movie... I used to be on the opposite side. I used to see all movies in 3D.
Really?
But that's changed for a couple of reasons. One, often I find the effect distracting.
Sure.
And I mean, two, it's always unnecessarily more expensive.
Exactly. Yes.
And three, the glasses that you put on really kind of darken all the, they really kind of mute all the colors on the screen. Right? You don't get as nice, vibrant of a picture.
Sure.
Now, so the first 3D movie that I ever saw with the polarized 3D glasses was Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, really?
And it was awful.
Oh.
It was just an awful experience because it was so early on in the 3D process.
Oh, I see.
That it was any motion shot was blurry and nauseating, and it was hard to get your eyes to adjust to anything. Ooh. And it was horrid.
Yeah, that's not good.
Having said that, there are two 3D movie experiences that I've had that are probably my best two movie theater experiences ever. The first one was Jurassic Park. So there was a re-release of Jurassic Park in the theaters in 3D.
Oh.
And it was a completely different 3D effect because nowadays films are shot with a 3D capable camera.
Sure.
And so the camera is doing most of the work. And in my opinion, you end up with kind of a weak, sloppy effect.
Oh, really?
As a result.
Sure.
Whereas with something like Jurassic Park, obviously it wasn't shot with a 3D camera.
Oh, for sure.
It was shot on film.
Yes.
Actual film.
Yep.
And so in order to make it 3D, you have to have someone go back through the film frame by frame and convert it into 3D. Which the reason they don't do that for films is that's a really long, expensive process.
Right. Yeah.
But what you end up with is a completely custom and personalized 3D experience. Right? You end up with total control over the depth of each object. And it wasn't so much things popping out at you. It was just immersion. It was you looked like, the scene with the T-Rex breaking out of the pen at night. It looked like you could just walk into the screen and you'd be in there. The other one, the best movie theater experience I've ever had was a film that received the same treatment.
Okay.
Was released not in 3D. And then someone went through and painstakingly converted it all.
Oh.
The best film experience I've ever had in the movie theater.
Wow.
was going back and seeing the 3D re-release of Titanic.
I thought you might say that.
And that would, like, there were moments where it was breathtaking.
Sure.
Like there's a scene when the camera kind of pans and tips up over the back of the ship and looks down at the water, and you kind of had like a lean back in your seat moment,
right?
Because it was so convincing that the water did extend the proper depth away from the other shot, which really stands out and was actually kind of just eerie. Was at the end of the film when the ship is sank and the lifeboats are returning to see if they can pick up any survivors out of the water.
Sure.
And there's a shot where you're looking out over this sea of bodies, and down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is a ship with, he's kind of shining the flashlight out over, and I swear to you, it looked like that ship was down in the bottom right-hand corner of the theater.
Wow.
And that the theater actually just extended further, and that you were looking at a sea of floating bodies, and it was so eerie. And oh yeah, it was incredible. If they do it again, if they ever re-release Titanic into a theater within driving distance of me, I'll be going. Right. But I recommend, if you like Titanic but hate 3D,
right,
give this a chance.
Interesting. Yeah.
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound. Right.
So we're gonna go through the plot. Mm-hmm. New year, new us.
New us.
No, same shitty us, but new
new format. New format.
New approach.
I have an opening statement for this movie.
Sure.
Now, did you see this as a child, or did you not see it till you were more older? Like,
no, we had it on VHS.
Okay, that's the answer I was hoping for. Yeah, I feel this movie. So I'm in the same boat. This movie, I'm gonna try and be as objective as possible, but part of me will always lean towards it can do no wrong. And I think it has every excellent component of a Disney story. It has adventure. It has growths of individuals becoming family to each other. It has comedy. It hooks into the audience's love for pets. It has the classic "You're not my dad" scene, and the classic parent missing his child correctly interprets a dog's message scene. So, I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah, there you go. Well, thanks for tuning in. That's kind of the film. That's yeah. No. Yeah. It's the more I think about it, we owned it on VHS.
Cool.
We definitely had this second one on legitimate VHS.
Wow.
I'm kind of thinking. I'm realizing now. I'm realizing now how much early 90s, I feel like Chicken Tonight commercials felt like they were a part of my Home Alone experience. So I think it was a VHS that had been recorded off TV.
You're preaching to the choir right now, because I think the advertisements may have been different on the night that it was recorded, but I'm in the same conceptual boat with you.
Like I can picture an advertisement for Judge Judy.
Sure.
And
the brick.
hamburger helper with the scary glove.
Depending on the time of year, Sears commercials, like Sears catalog commercials.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Those were the days. And anyone born in the last 18 years are going, what?
Those poor souls.
What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Why were there were commercials in the middle of your Blu-ray? That sounds sounds awful.
Yeah. Honestly. So yeah, let's dig into it.
Yeah, let's dig into it. Okay. So I've got a bunch of notes here.
Cool.
And I don't really know. I'm just gonna kind of look at the notes as we read through the plot.
Sure.
But so yeah.
Cool.
Chance, voiced by Michael J. Fox,
Yes.
an immature, disobedient American bulldog, and the narrator of the film, explains that he is the pet of Jamie Burnford, but expresses no interest in his ownership or being a part of the family. So yeah, the film starts out and Chance is he was a lost dog. Like the family's adopted him.
Yep.
Right, he was at the pound, so he's got sort of previous experience with the pound.
Mm-hmm. Kind of kind of a lone ranger, kind of lone wolf, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, and just I don't think has any interest in embracing family, or maybe his trust issues. Probably his trust issues.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Something interesting here, like this synopsis talks about how he's, Jamie owns him.
Mm-hmm.
But a big theme in this movie is the people belong to the pets. From the
Right.
pet's perspective.
Yep.
Like as Chance is saying it,
Mm-hmm.
Shadow, that Peter belongs to Shadow.
Yep.
Right. What's
Sass?
Hope.
Oh.
Hope belongs to Sassy.
Yep.
Right. And Chance belongs to Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Or Jamie belongs to Chance.
Right.
Right. That the Chance that the human belongs to the pet.
Right.
And the pet's there to, like, Shadow's got this great line in the thing where he's like, who's going to cheer you up when you're sad, and
Right.
who's going to do all the, who's going to play with you, and who's going to and so the dogs or the pets in general very much see themselves as the caretakers of their human.
Right. Yep.
Which is just so heartwarming and I should preface this whole thing by saying I don't like dogs.
Interesting.
Right? And I get that that's super unpopular. I just lost a lot of listeners with that.
People have their reasons.
I just don't like dogs. I think cats are infinitely better than dogs.
I mean, if you want a pet that ignores you when you come home for hours on end, a cat is the pet that you want.
Yeah, I mean, but it kind of depends, right? Like
True.
The last cat that I had was far from that. Was if you were watching TV, it found the middle between the two of you and got in there and watched TV with you.
Right.
And would sleep on your pillow with its paw on your shoulder, and just constantly needed
human
and
affection.
wanted affection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But didn't drool all over the place like a dog, and didn't,
Right. Yeah.
didn't
Chase the paper boy.
Didn't prevent you from walking barefoot in your own backyard.
Oof,
Like just
yeah.
How much of this film, I get the impression that the movie's improvised.
Really?
Or at the very least that, not improvised, but I think a lot of the dialogue is written after they've gotten the footage.
I mean, I don't, obviously we don't know the answer to that. That would, I think, would be night and day more straightforward for the creative team, because it would be quite difficult to just capture the exact footage you'd need for the exact dialogue and the exact...
Well, and there's just like odd little quirky stuff, like the dog will jerk its nose in a direction or something, and the actor say, "What was that?" or something, right? And then
you just go with
instantly it. Yeah, and instantly abandons that. Oh, it turns out it was nothing. It was just a dog being a dog. But yeah, it just kind of so I imagine they had the footage, and then the guys
kind
and
of
Sally
tailored the dialogue to it.
Well, I think they got into, like, I imagine they were watching it much like you would do with an animated feature back in the day.
Yeah.
I imagine they were watching that footage in the studio while they were recording their lines.
Right. Yeah.
No part. He shares his home with Shadow, voiced by Don Ameche.
Yeah. Who I don't really know who is.
A wise old golden retriever. Very wise. Like you can tell he's been around a long time. And you can kind of imagine, I don't know, there was a moment we were watching this and like, I just remember thinking to myself, Shadow and Peter must have such a history. Like, you know, it's their bond is so strong. Jamie and Chance, that's sort of a new relationship.
Yep.
And you get the impression that Sass and Hope have been together for a couple of years, for a little while now.
Yeah, still progressing.
But Shadow and Peter is like this. They're brothers at this point. It's this you know, unbreakable bond.
Right. And there probably was a time where it was just Shadow and Peter, and Shadow was probably there before Peter came and kind of. I think that's a little too deep into the weeds, but yeah.
A wise old golden retriever owned by Jamie's brother Peter. And Sassy, a smart-mouthed Himalayan cat owned by Jamie and Peter's sister Hope. Incredibly voiced by Sally Field.
There's a lot of incredible actors in this movie. There's Sally Field. There's Michael J. Fox, Robert Hayes.
Robert Hayes plays the dad. Yeah.
Plays
Bob.
Bart the bear is in this.
Who?
Bard.
Bard.
I think it's with a T. Bart.
What do you think?
Bart the bear.
From what?
The grizzly bear.
Oh, okay. But what is Bart the bear from? That's just, you're just making that up?
No, like he's literally on the cast list. He's like in every movie that has a grizzly bear that like you don't want to actually kill the actors, he's in.
Okay.
Yeah.
That morning, the children's mother, Laura Burnford, marries Bob Seaver. And Chance manages to cause chaos by digging into the wedding cake in front of all of the guests.
Which, yeah. I mean, on arguably a very important day, maybe there's a thought process of like a benefit to maybe we should just have the dogs put in a kennel for the day, or even just the afternoon, or even just a kennel on the premises. But
yeah, but you like they're family though, right? Like in this family really sees these animals as.
I get you. And this isn't a deal breaker for me, but I mean, and I'm not even asking this sarcastically, like there are wedding pictures where if there are children existing in the relationship, obviously like the children are included in the photos. Are there wedding pictures with pets in the photos?
Oh, I'm sure. There's got to be.
I guess there has to be, but is it a common practice?
There shouldn't be.
That's what I mean. So I guess.
But I'm sure there is.
Yeah. My point is, I mean, what do you expect this dog to do? I mean, yeah.
Do you get the impression from this? Well, I mean, the impression or not, it turns out that's the way it is, and I don't think I picked up on this truly until this time when I watched it. The animals don't speak, like the animals speak English to each other.
Sure.
But they don't understand the people's English.
Right. Yes. Yep. They can communicate there's communication amongst the animals, but not between the animals. And
like when Peter says stay to Shadow, Shadow recognizes stay. Sure. Shadow knows what stay means.
Yep.
But everything else, like when they're, the people are talking to the dogs, and the dogs have no clue what's being said to them.
Yeah. The animals' words are more just for our benefit. They're probably not actually speaking English to one another.
Shortly after the wedding, the family has to move to San Francisco because Bob must temporarily relocate there for his job.
Way to go, Bob.
Yeah, that's a way to earn points with the family. And kids that already potentially aren't going to like you.
Like, I feel he's on thin ice to begin with.
Both Peter and Jamie are mom's boys, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So that's the way it works, is that there's the mom
Sure.
with 2 sons and 2 dogs.
Yep.
And then the father with a daughter and a cat.
Yep.
I think that's sort of the dynamic of the family that's being built here, right? Like I was trying to figure out watching it,
right?
Like whose kid is whose biologically, and I think that Hope is Bob's kid
potentially.
That's kind of, or maybe none of them are. Maybe
none
Bob's
of them are.
Maybe Bob's just this new guy.
I think Bob's a new guy, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
They leave the pets at a ranch belonging to Kate, Laura's college friend. Okay.
And what? What's wrong? What's wrong?
I don't know. I just. Do you have any friends from your post-secondary days that you would dump 3 animals on to? Like, how tight are you with any of the people who you were in college with?
I'd say pretty tight. But it's kind of apples and oranges. Like, I don't have pets, and none of the people that I'm tight with are the pet type of people. So it's just such a foreign concept. I don't know how to equate that in my head.
Right.
It doesn't seem outrageous, but it does. I can see kind of maybe why it's a little out there. Who would you trust with your pets? I mean,
right.
She's probably the only person with a ranch that they know. So it's like, hey, it's either
right. She owns a ranch.
Yeah.
It's not like she's in a 3-story walk-up and
yeah,
exactly.
Okay,
that's Shadow and Sassy start missing their owners immediately, but Chance sees this as an opportunity to explore and have fun. There's chickens. There's Birdzilla, which is obviously Chance has never seen a turkey before, but it is like Disney. I feel like the board meeting went, we need a turkey.
Right.
Sir, I have a turkey. No. We need the scariest damn turkey.
We need to put the fear of God into these children.
Yeah.
And so it's at this ranch, because maybe we'll just do a running count while we're going of, like,
sure,
kind of the mantra or like the theme that we've been doing for this episode is just 2 grown men crying, talking about this movie. So
yeah.
2 things, and I think for sure one's at the ranch. One might have just been before they went to the ranch, but one that I just appreciate. I didn't cry, but when Peter says, "You're my favorite. I love you, Peter," and like I literally, like, the person I watched it with was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah," like,
and the song starts to play.
Yes. The other thing was actually at the ranch. So I know that for sure. When the family has left, Shadow, I wrote this quote down. He says, "Who's going to sleep at the foot of your bed? You'll come back."
Yeah, there it is.
I know you'll come back.
Yeah.
And that at that point, I was like welling up with tears. I'm like, oh boy.
So this movie has a song.
Yes.
That was composed by Bill Broughton. Broughton?
I don't know.
Who nobody's ever heard of.
No, not even his own mother.
But it's true. But he composed a piece of music that I would say just about rivals anything that John Williams has ever done.
Oh yes, yeah. It's arguably a main component of this whole story. Just it draws us in for sure.
Is there ever a moment in this movie where you hear the song and you think to yourself, "Oh God, not this song again"?
Nope.
Right, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because the answer to your question is 16. 16 times they play this song. And
really?
And it's sometimes it's a different variation, right? Because
Sure.
we hear this song in so many different ways. Right? We hear this song and it's energetic, and we hear this song and it's sad, and we hear the song and it's heroic.
Sure.
And we hear the song and it's happy.
Right.
Right? Because really, if you take it and you play it slow and you do the do 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 do, right, and you're all like sad, right? You're feeling somber, and then they play the exact same song and they just speed it up. They make it a little more peppy, and it's like do 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 do,
like
and you're
the travel
you're
montage
happy.
scenes, and
The same piece of music, the exact same piece of music, has so many different emotions tied to it. It's like, so I played the song.
I just did
in
the
math.
car. So if it's in the movie 16 times, that means for the running time, it played every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes, the song plays. That's crazy.
That is impressive. That we're
and
not
you
sick
never, of it. And every time it plays, you just embrace it as equally as you did the time before.
Sometimes more than others. Yeah.
I played it in the car.
Interesting.
The morning before I watched the movie. So and I've seen the movie. A dozen times.
Sure.
But I played it in the car
this year.
Yeah. So I played it in the car, and I wasn't watching it. Like, I didn't have any of the visuals in front of me.
Yep.
I just had this song going on my way, during my morning commute.
Sure.
And it was the version of the song when the animals return. So it was the moment when Shadow crests the hill,
right? And
him and Peter lock eyes and whatever.
Yep.
And it's just the song. There's not even there's no dialogue. It's just the song. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting bawling in my car.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And I haven't watched, at that point, I haven't watched the movie in like 4 or 5 years.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm a mess because I know exactly what's happening. Mm-hmm. And I know that a boy is being reunited with a species of animal that I can't stand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it doesn't matter.
It's the power of a musical soundtrack in a movie, right? I mean, just replace this 16 insertions of the song into this movie with just electronic keyboard that someone recorded in the garage, and this movie is a flop.
Yeah.
It is. It just is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Later in the week, Kate goes on a cattle drive, leaving the animals to be looked after by neighbor Frank. Way to go, Frank.
Frank is kind of adult. I mean, he's just.
However, half of her message is lost, leading him to believe that she's taken the animals. She's taken them along, leaving the animals alone. Okay, but here's my question.
Sure. Ask away.
What is actually like?
Yeah. I don't know.
What is this? Why does this second note exist? Like, the first note blows off the top.
Yeah, like what else?
What is this second note?
It should just be like, hey, the pets are here, feed them, see you Thursday.
Yeah, don't lick the electric fence again, Frank.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure why she needed
I'm
not sure why she needed like a 17-part note, and how with one part of the note missing, it could have been so misinterpreted. Like, I'm not sure how she like if it was like Yoda-ish dialect where she like just buried the lead and then just like the part. Yeah. Anyway, I'm confused what kind of message she left.
Worried by the disappearance of their owners, the animals fear that they have been abandoned. Shadow, refusing to believe that his boy would abandon him, resolves to make his way home. Right. Not wanting to be left alone on the ranch, Chance and Sassy decide to accompany Shadow on his journey. Sure. Which isn't exactly true. Like, Chance wanted to kind of stay.
Yeah.
And then ultimately Birdzilla frightens him away.
Yeah.
Interesting to me, like, I think Shadow's character is so multidimensional in the sense that he's so wise. Right. And that would lead you to think that, like, if he was operating on pure wisdom,
Sure.
that would lead you to think that he would kind of be the no chance and sassy. Like,
Sure.
we need to stay put.
Yep.
They'll return. We need to set. But no, he's the one. Like, he motivates this entire journey off emotion.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I've
never considered that. That's a really good point because, yeah.
He like, to me, I was like, wow, it's so interesting that he's the one initiating this. But it speaks volumes to the bond that he has with Peter.
Oh, absolutely.
And that no amount of wisdom kind of overpowers that emotional,
connection. Yeah.
They head into the Rocky Mountains wilderness of Sierra Nevada, with Shadow leading by instinct. Yeah, Shadow's got no idea where he's going.
Not a clue. I love, as a child, one of my favorite scenes was when they reached the peak of that mountain.
They crest that hill, and they're,
Yeah, and then you just see, and the soundtrack kind of just like is appropriately just kind of ominous, and just you see this mountainous region. And I think at that point, if I was one of those pets, I'm like, guys, we got to turn around. Like, we're in over our heads.
Well, and that's kind of Sassy's thing is like, because I think they were all, even Shadow, surprised at this point.
Sure.
Like, they're all expecting to crest that hill and see their farm.
Yeah. Right.
But that's, clearly not what pans out.
Right.
After a night spent in fear of the woodland noises, the group stops to catch breakfast at a river.
Yeah.
Can cats actually do that?
I don't know. Domesticated cats, I'm not sure. Maybe wild.
She's just whipping fish out of the river.
Yeah. So I guess we have to assume that she hasn't lost her claws, like they weren't removed, for starters. And a domesticated cat, I don't know.
I mean, something's happening.
Yeah.
Like, that in that scene, that cat is doing that.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Well, it has to be. There's no CGI in this film.
Yeah. Oh, is was abundantly clear with the, I'll tell you what scene that was clear in, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's no CGI. It's all been, genuinely done. They go fishing. Like, however, two black bear cubs bother Chance at two black bears try to get Chance's fish from him.
Sure.
He scares them away. The black bears are total wimps. And then, as tends to happen, a grizzly bear shows up.
Which I didn't so there's Bart the bear cameo right there. I didn't understand this, just as a little nitpicking point. I always just assumed those were black bear cubs, and so I didn't really understand why a grizzly bear just happened to show up.
Yeah, I think it's just completely coincidence. Like, it's not like those are, that's the mom.
Oh,
those are the cubs.
Obviously not, yeah.
But, yeah. Large brown bear causes the group to flee. At another river, Sassy refuses to swim across across to follow the dogs, and instead tries to cross via a wooden path further downstream. Halfway across, the wood breaks, and she falls into the river. This is super traumatic.
For sure.
And this was one of those moments, like, if at the end of the credits of this film, it says very clearly that the Humane Society was involved in the, like,
right.
The whole film was closely monitored, and it was all up to the standards of the Humane Society and stuff like that.
How
this cat is getting pulled underwater.
Yeah, I wondered that
the
too.
cat looks traumatized in this scene.
How do you film a scene like this without traumatizing an animal?
Like, and maybe there's, like, I assume it's all filmed on location. Like, I assume the cat's actually in the river.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, there's probably people downstream with a big net to catch the cat, to make sure the cat... But, like, it was... I don't know. I don't know how you... Like, that's a real cat in the real river bobbing, like struggling to stay above. Which is not acting on the cat's part.
No.
The cat must actually be struggling to stay above.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know how they do that. But what an emotional scene.
Oh, for sure.
A frantic scene.
Yep.
And then the cat goes over the waterfall, which obviously they didn't actually send the cat over the waterfall. Right.
I hope not.
If anything went over the waterfall, it's like a fake, like a dummy cat
for sure.
at that point.
Yeah.
And then the dogs are devastated.
Mm-hmm.
The dogs assume she's dead.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I mean, yeah.
And can you imagine if, and I mean, we almost saw this. We saw what that would have been like. Can you imagine if Chansey and Shadow make it home and,
right.
and it's not even like the dogs can say, hey,
we tried.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's just, it would forever be a mystery. Maybe my cat's still out there.
Right. And I think, like, in ascending order, like, I think the most strongest bond was the Peter Shadow one. So I think that would have been the most heartbreaking. I'm not sure about the Sassy Hope bond. I mean, it would still be sad, and it seems weird putting these relationships on like a hierarchy of this one's more important than that one. I'm just saying it wouldn't have been the same emotional crux at the end if like the two had come. But yeah, it would be heartbreaking for sure.
I mean, Hope really struggled to hand Sassy over to Kate.
True. Yeah. Fair enough.
I think there's quite a bond there.
Fair. Yeah.
Devastated, Shadow and Chance go on without her. Unknown to them, Sassy survives and is later found on the riverbank by an old man named Quentin.
Oh, Quentin.
Who nurses her back to health. Quentin's like the greatest guy in the world.
He is.
He's like Grizzly Adams. Like, he just lives in the woods and has a room temperature jug of
goat's milk.
Warm goat's milk.
Just in case.
Just sitting out in the sun. But like,
to be honest, the one thing is a child, like, you need him to speak out loud, but someone who talks to themselves that much should never be trusted.
No.
I mean, like, just everything that should be internalized, like, oh, that's the third eagle I've seen this week, or, hey, what are you doing here, or, boy.
Third spotting in 4 months, he says.
Yeah. Not bad at all.
That's patience. That's, maybe get yourself a nice stamp collection or something. Like, I'm not, which I did. I had like a binder that was specifically designed for
stamps,
putting stamps into and stuff. And I had like the cool, like the 9/11 firefighters memorial stamp, and like I had all the. Anyways,
it's a tough hobby to get into. I got into it, and by that I mean like a week, and then I was just like, I can't do this. It's a commitment, and it's not exciting.
Well, and I was also too young to buy my own stamps. So when you're collecting something, but you're kind of at the mercy of other people, like.
Right.
At that point, you're not really collecting. You're just kind of caretaking for the stamps that people keep buying you.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes a lot of the fun out of it, I think.
For sure. What fun there was, anyway.
Right. Over the next 2 days, Shadow and Chance try unsuccessfully to catch food and encounter a mountain lion, which chases them to the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, two things about this. One is it's a terrifying concept. But two, what kind of backwoods, like hillbilly, inefficient mountain lion is this? Because
it's not a very good hunter.
Most attacks, most occurrences where a mountain lion is like hunting something, the victim doesn't know it's being hunted till the mountain lion is either on top of it or like mid jump towards it.
I mean, that's how I hunt things.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just saying,
I've never gone hunting.
I don't either. But
when I'm bounty hunting, they don't know until I'm have my teeth in their neck.
Brady the bounty hunter.
Yeah. What a it's a dumb.
Yeah.
A dumb mountain lion.
Yeah.
They catapult the mountain lion.
Yeah.
Well, here. So over. Shadow gets an idea to use a balanced rock shaped like a seesaw as a way to thwart the mountain lion. We need to bring back the word thwart.
Yes.
As a way to thwart the mountain lion, while Shadow acts as bait. Chance Chance pounces onto the end of the rock and sends the mountain lion over the cliff into the river. Because in the Rockies, physics
takes a vacation.
Don't matter. Like, do you know how perfectly, like, in order for this to work, that rock needs to be 100% balanced.
Yes.
Not, oh, that rock's kind of leaning on that other rock.
Yep.
Hey, look, that kind of looks like a seesaw. No.
Yep.
This, like, you couldn't balance this rock this way if you spent hours.
And the weight differential between a little golden retriever and a mountain lion. Like, you would need 4 shadows to jump on that rock before you would get the mountain lion just to elevate a bit, let alone catapult.
What this scene imposes or suggests is that the rock is 100% balanced.
Right. Yeah.
The mountain lion weighs a lot more than Shadow, but Chance weighs significantly more than both Shadow or the mountain lion.
Right. And even just like the physics of the rock itself, like it looked like a substantial enough rock that even if all these other factors were like conducive to catapulting a mountain lion, like it shouldn't even budge when someone jumps on it unless it's like 6 grown adults. Oh,
and this thing flew. Like, they send the mountain lion flying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is the scene where I realized that CGI was not used at all, because it was such a dummy that was thrown off a cliff. Obviously, like, you can't throw a real living animal off a cliff, but
that's interesting. I should go back and look. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. It didn't stick out to me.
It gave me a chuckle. Like, it was just like such a like knowing how cats and just cat-related animals flail and move if they were, if they just fall off the couch, so to speak. Falling off a cliff, this thing is just so static, just like,
Right.
Guess I'm falling.
The animals continue on their... Sassy hears the dogs barking in celebration and follows the sound to rejoin them. This is the moment where I thought to myself, Quentin's just a stand-up guy. Because if I were Quentin, now right or wrong, if I'm Quentin... I've probably got a bit of a finders keepers mentality right now. I kind of go like I would want, even just like fear of the unknown. I would be like, I don't want this cat running off.
Oh, for sure. And even that's probably the first living thing other than his goat that he's had like close intimate contact with in like years.
Right, and the goat's been dead for a few weeks. Like.
Was that in the director's cut?
There's a deleted scene, but I mean, there's mountain lions afoot,
right? And
the goat was tied up, so it didn't matter that the mountain lions sucked.
It was Jurassic Park-ish. The goat was like on a pole with the
Anyway. But Quentin's completely comfortable,
and you're right.
Being even a bed and breakfast.
All jokes aside, like whether like even if you want to keep this as a pet or all these other factors. Just out of like fear of the animal alone, why nurture it back to health if you're just going to get it run off into a wilderness where literally something will eat it alive?
Yeah, but he sees it as like he just but I didn't see it. I didn't see it as him being reckless. I just saw it as him being very, it wasn't that he had no interest in gaining a cat.
Mm-hmm.
If the cat wanted to stay, the cat was more than welcome to stay.
Right.
But he was also just as happy nursing her back to health and sending her on her way.
Right. That's true.
Right.
What a selfless
he wanted
guy.
nothing in return.
Yeah.
Yeah. The animals continue on their way, but Chance tries to befriend a porcupine, ending up with a load of quills in his muzzle.
Ooh.
Now.
Yeah.
2 things.
Sure.
One, Emily Mater, who's been a guest on the show several times, has a dog who I think 7 or 8 times has gotten a snout or a mouth full of porcupine quill. Right, like we'll bite a baby porcupine, so that it's all like in his tongue and like it's awful. But They do an incredible job in this scene of making, like, it looks real.
Right.
It looks like he genuinely gets a snout full of quills. Like, they've done a good job of prosthetic and makeup on the dog.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting too. Like, the prosthetics on the dog aren't so much the impressive part as the fact that they then got the dog to leave the prosthetics alone, like not to just swat it off of his own face.
Right. Yeah.
But the animals encounter a little girl named Molly. Are you ready to cry again?
Oh, yeah.
Who is lost in the woods. Too loyal to ignore her, they stand guard over her and keep her warm during the night. In the morning, Shadow finds a rescue party and leads them back to the girl. What a moment. Like,
yeah.
And the father's sort of bonding moment with Shadow, where he gets his girl safe and in the, wrapped in his coat, and then he goes over and kneels down beside Shadow and thanks him.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's just this like, it's just this like,
yes,
I don't know. It tugs on tugs on everything that could be tugged.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
they recognize the animals from a missing pets flyer. So yeah, there's something that's kind of been grazed over here is that like the family knows that the animals are missing.
Yep.
And Bob, feeling the pressure of the new dad, of the guy who's got a really, he has the opportunity to really hit or miss.
Well, and not even that. I feel my interpretation would be he feels partly to blame because the reason the pets were at the ranch was because his job took the family away and they needed to be taken somewhere in the interim.
So, sure. So yeah, none of this happens if not for Bob.
Yeah, so like I feel like he's partly to blame. So he wants to help find a resolution and also just trying to get kind of just mending the bridge between he and his new children. Yeah. Yeah.
So Bob prints out like 100 flyers.
Yeah, on like
and doesn't even tell the kids.
No.
Like just he like prints out flyers and has them dispersed and so they recognize the animals and they take them to a local animal shelter.
Yes. Yep.
Which I would feel apprehensive if I showed up at this animal shelter as well. It's very like they've got like the poles, like the catch poles, and like they're just being really physically aggressive with the animals. Like their words are very like, oh, you're going to be reunited with your family,
sure,
and everything is going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
But
they're non-verbal actions.
Physically, it's
interesting because as a child, like obviously as an adult, if you're listening to the dialogue, you're right. Like it's a place of safety eventually, or it will be once the family comes. But as a child, just when you're less listening to the dialogue and you're kind of like the pets, just more reading the non-verbal cues of all these workers in this pound. Like as a child, I thought the pound was intending them harm.
As a kid, I never saw that scene as a good situation.
For sure. Yeah.
As a welcoming thing. Like those were villains.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. They recognize the animals, but Chance mistakes it for a dog pound.
Yes.
And the trio panic. As the medical staff removes the quills from Chance's muzzle, again, a very convincing scene, Sassy sneaks in and frees Shadow. Together, they retrieve Chance and escape from the shelter, unaware that their owners are on their way to get them. Not just on their way. 20 seconds up the road.
Right. Yeah. Well,
the animals duck into the bushes.
Yep.
And then they turn the corner.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's just like,
it's
a great moment.
It's heartbreakingly just so close. Like if something was a little bit more mistimed from their escape point of view, like if it took a bit longer or if the parents hadn't got stopped at a traffic light, there would be no more conflict in this movie.
Right. If the kids hadn't like needed to get McDonald's.
Dang Big Mac cost you more than you
whiny
know.
Kids, back before the McNuggets had white meat in them, it was like that kind of questionable cardboard stuff,
Right. Also,
which actually I preferred, but
yeah, I don't really remember them. I don't remember what they were before. You know what would be a dark twist to this movie? Like if this movie was ever remade and either just like, I don't know if Tim Burton got a hold of it, what would be, because there's always this conflict of, do we want a movie wrapped up in a nice bow at the end, or do we want a movie that just, is raw and isn't perfect and leaves us emotionally just where we are at? Could you imagine this movie ending just if the parents and family had accidentally hit the pets while driving to the pound?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, what do you... That's the darkest thing I've ever heard anyone ever say.
It came up in conversation, actually, and I don't know how we got there, but it did.
With who?
That person will be unnamed.
Unnamed?
Unnamed.
Like a friend, a coworker?
A friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was their suggestion?
It wasn't their suggestion. They were just saying, in how close they were geographically and literally just like turning the corner as the pets are walking around. It's not that far off from actually occurring.
I mean, I feel like in that situation, Bob's the one that's driving.
Oh, yeah.
And so I feel like in that situation, your animals were lost because I moved the family, and then I ran them over.
Right. There's no going back from that.
There's this really amazing moment that follows this scene where the family's at the shelter.
Sure.
And the animals are in the clear.
Yep.
And Shadow pauses. And Shadow says, I don't know why. I can't explain it. I know it sounds crazy. But I've just got this feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like we should turn back.
Mm-hmm.
We should go back the other direction.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like the other two animals say, what are you smoking?
Yeah.
And Shadow's like, no, you're right. Like he doesn't push for it. He acknowledges it's not a good idea. We're not doing it.
Right.
But just points out, I don't know what it is, but I've just got this crazy feeling, and
this
which
movie,
again is like a very bonding kind of like. There's something almost supernatural about the connection between Shadow and Peter.
Well, that's the thing this movie does, is it portrays the relationships of pets with their owners, or vice versa. However we kind of talked at the beginning, it's that the pets that belong to the owners that belong to the pets. But like there are some people that believe there are connections with pets that transcend just the physical, we're in the same room with each other, that's the extent of how we can interact with each other, but just either the owner having an inert feeling of something wrong with the pet, or the pet sensing something wrong with the owner, and whether it be like a CO2 alarm that wasn't working and a pet saving someone's life, there are like real life examples of that, and it's very heartwarming when the movie kind of hones in on that.
Right. Finally reaching their hometown, the animals cross through a train yard where Shadow falls into a muddy pit and injures his leg.
I mean, what kind of train yard is this? Like, I feel like the Union and WSIB would be all over that with, like, not
That's
just
the 90s.
But not like. Sadly, no, WSIB doesn't care about pets, but like, what about employees just walking around? Like, this, anyway, it just seems like a workplace nightmare.
But they kind of like duck under a fence to get there. I imagine this area is fenced off.
True.
Demoralized,
Mm-hmm.
Shadow tells Chance and Sassy to go on without him.
Yes. And we come across another point where I really welled up because, like you, I've seen this movie a lot of times. So like the cliche moments where a lot of people would cry, I didn't necessarily cry this time, but times I welled up a bit. I mentioned one before. One is here. You've learned everything you need to know. Now just you need to learn how to say goodbye. Is what Shadow says when he wants Chance and Sass to go on. And that, to me, was just heartbreaking.
Well, and yeah, there's this great moment where, like, Chance is saying, come on, like, let's go. Mm-hmm. And Shadow says, do you think it's easy for me to admit that I can't?
Yeah.
And he just shows this, again, he goes from being this wise old figure.
Right.
To showing weakness. You know, I don't have the answer here. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And then Chance gets right down in the hole.
Yeah, and tries to push him up and just help him in any way possible.
Yeah, you've pushed me this far. Mm-hmm. Now I'm pushing you the rest of the way, kind of thing. Gives him this angry pep talk. And then it cuts to the family. They're back home. They're playing basketball in the backyard.
Mm-hmm. Appears to be Thanksgiving, I think.
On the grass. Like, I don't think there's no pad.
Right. Yeah.
Bob needs to step up his dad game and put in like a bit of a concrete pad there.
Come on, Bob.
Like, I don't play basketball, so I don't really, but that's BS. Come on, Bob.
Oh boy.
I'm thinking about putting in a basketball net. That grassy patch over there. I think it's probably the place. Finally, Chance and Sass make it home.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And are happily reunited with their owners. So they're playing and they hear barking, and Jamie gets all excited and goes, "Did you hear that?
Yep.
It sounded like Chance." And the parents kind of are quick to discourage that kind of hope.
Oh, for sure.
And kind of like, "Oh, honey, like."
Really, there's very small chance, yeah.
And then you hear barking again, and Hope says, that is him. Like, it sounds like, and Chance emerges over the hills, and the parents, like, the acting in the scene is incredible because Jamie's super excited.
For sure.
Chance, for the first time, shows immense gratitude to be a part of, a Jamie.
Yep.
And the parents react appropriately. The parents kind of have this, holy crap, like, this is insane. This is a miracle. Like, what, like,
just the fact that one of these three pets estimated is just a miracle.
they're well aware of the unlikeliness of this situation.
Right.
And then a minute passes and Sassy emerges, meowing. And Hope gets excited and runs and squeals and they're reunited. And it's this big happy moment.
Right.
And we allow a couple of minutes for all this excitement and everyone's happy. And then the music kind of sombers off and it turns to Peter. And Peter's not really embracing these other two animals. Peter's watching the horizon.
And he has a sense of realism. Like, he's aware of, really, like, there's Shadow's probably not coming.
I think, but I don't think at first. Like, at first I think he's got kind of, like, he's just, it's like this Santa's coming Christmas, like, he's just welled up with anticipation. But then I think you can visibly see the moment where that hope breaks.
Fair. Yeah.
And he says it was just, he was too old. It was just too far. He was too old.
Yeah.
And he turns to head in towards the house, and Mom kind of tries to
Do
console
mom
him.
things, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, Peter, but then ultimately kind of restrains herself and let him go,
Yep.
let him go in the house.
Yep.
And then there isn't even any barking.
Right.
Shadow just kind of emerges from over the hill, and you hear Mum gasp.
Yeah.
And Mum gasps in like the greatest, like just this, like Mum can't even believe it.
Sure.
Mum's beside herself.
Oh, yeah.
With happiness.
Yeah.
And Peter, I'm getting choked up right now describing the scene.
Man.
And Peter turns and Shadow, it's a combination of Peter yelling Shadow and Shadow saying, "Oh, Peter," like, "Oh, I've missed you," and like just this, and they like embrace each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's the moment throughout this whole scene. There's been kind of, exciting music playing and stuff.
Sure.
But it's this moment where they break out the most impactful rendition of this damn song.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't hold back.
Where they're running towards each other and it goes ba-da-da-da-da-da, and you're like, oh, like you cannot, like I could, having not seen the whole journey, having not just sat and watched it all, I could turn Disney Plus on right now. I could needle drop at that scene.
Yeah.
Watch that scene and be a mess. And be a mess.
Yes.
Like if I were ever an actor and I needed to figure out a way to cry on demand,
right.
I think that scene,
You just cue that
I would
scene
kind of
up.
keep that in the back of my head.
Yeah, you just watch that before you go on to the set and just
No, I don't even think I would just play it in my head.
play it in your head. Yeah.
I'd play the music in my head
Yep.
and the emotions and
Yeah.
whatever else. Like
Oh,
it's just
it's so powerful.
And then they go in the and that's kind of it. They go in the house and Chance is excited because it's turkey. Turkey, which I just realized. Chance loves turkey. So at the start of the film, Chance is like, turkey's amazing. Turkey, 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 turkey.
Right.
And at the end of the film, turkey, 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 turkey. And so it's funny that like Chance's biggest antagonist in this film is the live turkey.
Right.
That he doesn't even realize is a turkey. He's got no connection that this delicious meat has come from this birdzilla.
Right. Bird. Chance does wrap a little bow at the end where he talks about just the journey that they've been on, and he like literally just says loyalty, sacrifice, and love. And I mean that's exactly what this movie was about. Like this journey begins with, I'd call it one fundamentally head over heels loyal pet. Sass is too, but like not, I would say not to the same degree as Shadow. And as the story continues, they all kind of grow. Shadow grows in different ways, but the other two really grow to that they're changed pets to when they come back in more appreciative and more invested in their relationship with their respective owner. I'd argue.
I would agree.
Yeah. It's a classic Hollywood scene. That scene just knocks it out of the ballpark. It's not very real. Like, I mean, you would think the pets would have just come over the hill at the same time, hobbled along with Shadow just to make sure that, he's okay. First, because they tried to get him out of the pit. They didn't just leave him and say, well, we'll see you at home if you make it. So it's kind of weird that they all just kind of came one at a time, but I think they planned
that.
Scene. It ruins the scene.
No, yeah, I think they were like, I think they're like, okay, now before we go over the hill, let's really mess with them.
No, Shadow, you just like literally lay in here for a bit, make them think you're dead, and then just show
Shadow,
up.
Shadow, you're the most valuable of us.
Yeah,
so
we gotta milk this out.
Yeah. Do you have trivia?
I do.
Yes.
It's well, we'll see if it.
You always stop. You always talk your own trivia down. You're always like, yeah, I've got trivia, but But
Let me-
trivia should probably be ashamed of itself.
Let me
'cause it's
take
not
that
great
again.
trivia.
I've got the most mind-blowing trivia. Your socks are going to get blown off.
I kind of doubt it, but let's go.
Oh.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can over
Yeah.
do it as well.
Got to find the middle ground. They're all going to be true or false nature, okay? The first. This movie, we kind of alluded to this. This movie in the 90s is based on an original movie that was in the 60s. So the movies were based on a book about three pets. Are the events in the book based on a true event?
Oh, see, this is interesting because I didn't know it was based on a book.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And there's been lots of...
When is the book from?
Ooh, the book... So the movie was from the 1960s. The book itself is from 61, so a couple years before the movie.
So they made it pretty quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's a strange question if it's not based on a true, like, I feel like it's kind of left out, and it's kind of out in left field,
right? Yep.
Of a question if it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I don't know. Like,
true or false?
I'm gonna say false about it being based on a true story, and I'll tell you why.
Sure. So you're correct. It is not based on true events.
Okay. My reasoning for that is that from the perspective of the writer of the book.
Yep.
Like if these were your three pets.
Sure.
And you wrote the book, right? If the book was written by Bob Seaver or whoever.
Sure.
You'd have to make so much of it up.
For sure.
And leave out all of the facts that you actually know.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the story follows the dogs.
The pets, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if this happened and you were like, oh, but it's a good thing I always keep a GoPro on my dogs, then you've got more ground to go on here.
Right.
But yeah, no. So yeah, definitely false.
But there are circumstances, and I can't think of specific ones to give here, but there are circumstances of animals traveling long distances for various reasons to reacquaint themselves with owners. So it's not that outlandish. Like, I feel like it could have been possible. So the second question, we've got some international listeners here. Was this book written by a Canadian? True or false?
Oh gosh. I mean, I think this movie takes place in the States.
Yep. Seems like the wilderness was Nevada, and then the parents themselves were in San Francisco, where the pets were trying to get to.
If you read the synopsis on, like, the quick little blurb on Disney Plus about the first one, the animals are traversing the Canadian, so that one takes place in Canada. Oh gosh, I'm gonna say true.
True. Yeah. I mean, so her name was Sheila Burnford. She was born in Scotland, but raised in the United Kingdom, and then moved to Canada. So she's a British Canadian writer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Ironically, she lived in Port Arthur, which is now Thunder Bay, Ontario, and the events in her book are, you kind of alluded to this, the pets traversing or going through the Canadian wilderness and northern Ontario. So not Nevada.
That's a close to home story.
Yeah. That's all I got for trivia. So you were 2 for 2.
Okay.
Good for you.
Cool.
Are your socks still on?
No.
Really?
I'm
so happy I blew your socks off.
Yeah, that's I'm picturing all kinds of strange things right now.
Yeah. What would you give this movie out of 10?
Out of 10. And let me say that nostalgia plays like this is not a fair rating.
Oh, not at all. I'm in the same boat. The nostalgia was so strong with this movie. It might even be, to be honest, Brady, like it might even be stronger than, say, like Toy Story itself, just because this might be one of the first movies I actually have a memory of watching. Hard to say.
Oh yeah,
hard to say.
I would say this movie means more to me than Toy Story, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, nice. I gave it, not even BSing, a 9.4. So we were so close to giving it the same score.
So I like it more than you. That's
I mean, yeah, 0.1% more. But we both loved it.
What'd you watch this week?
So I watched a couple things. Actually, could I have you... we're going to really mix this up, but I want to know what you watched this week first, because I watched a couple things, and depending on how you liked one of my recommendation to you is how I'll steer what I'm recommending to you this week. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm going to let you go first so I can get that feedback, okay? What did you watch this week, Brady?
So, I only watched one movie this week.
Only one?
Only one. And just due to circumstance, it wasn't the film that you recommended, which means I have to play catch up.
Okay. All right.
Which means the film that you recommended to me last week, I'm planning on watching tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
So I haven't watched Signs yet.
No worries.
But tonight is the night.
Tonight is the night.
Yeah, but the film I did watch, because I knew if I only had time to watch one, so I wanted to watch one that wasn't your recommendation, so that I still had one to recommend to you. If that makes sense.
Which logically makes perfect sense.
I watched the first film in a very successful series of 2 films.
Oh.
I think the second one fared a little bit better than the first. Like, I think the second one had bigger acclaim than the first.
I'm genuinely curious.
But the first one, I went into the first one trepidatious. But I still enjoyed it. It's a kids kind of family type thing.
Oh. Okay.
And so if you go into it expecting that, it's fun. Cool. It's fun. There is some genuine laugh out loud moments.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I watched I can't even say it. Oh my gosh. I watched a little film called Paddington.
Oh Lord. Oh.
The first one. Oh. Haven't made it to the Oscar worthy.
Oh.
Ride home and tell your grandmother about second one.
Tell your grandkids where you saw it when you saw Paddington 2.
For those of you who haven't seen our top 100 films of the last decade, supposedly, according to IGN, Paddington 2 is one of the top 100 films. Like, Paddington 2 was better than Hacksaw Ridge.
Right.
Because Hacksaw Ridge didn't make it onto the list. Mm-hmm. But Paddington 2 did. So,
all right. Well, I'm curious.
So I've watched the first Paddington now to give myself a point of reference.
Yeah, because you can't go in cold turkey with such a powerful number 2 with a powerful second chapter.
Right. So
what years was Paddington 1 from the last decade? Maybe that's why it didn't make the top 100. Was it like 2009?
No, it's like 2014 or something.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well,
yeah. I'll
let you know how I make out if I. Yeah.
It's on Netflix, so you don't even have to.
Nice.
Cool. Don't need to look too hard to find it.
No, not at all. So that's all you watched. I'll move on to my stuff.
Yeah, rub that in. Say it again. Say it. Make me feel bad.
I'm just confirming.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I just watched the one.
So I watched your recommendation of Mr. Holmes, the 2015 movie with Sir Ian is it McKellen? Sir Ian
McKellen.
There you go. What an interesting movie. And I find it interesting for a couple reasons. Overall, just I think it's an excellent combo of like heartwarming and also just raising intrigue and just like genuinely making the audience curious and going along with this mystery. But it kind of has the same touch that like I like in True Detective, where it shows a character at different moments in their timeline. So we can see a character's growth and we can see their regrets and consequences of actions and what they've learned. And that was very apparent in this movie, and I enjoyed it. And also just specifically, I feel this angle of Sherlock Holmes, like the retired, like past his prime Sherlock Holmes, has never been attempted to be explored, at least not to my knowledge. So for a lot of different reasons, this movie was super unique. But for a lot of different reasons, it was also very enjoyable.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So literally good recommendation. I gave it a 7.7 out of 10. So on my rating scale, I totally think it's worth the price of admission to see in theaters, which means it's like at the top of the scale.
Yeah, it means you would buy a copy for yourself if and given the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay. I don't know where to go with my recommendation for you this week. The one option is doubling up on something I gave you last week. So I'm worried that if you don't like my original recommendation last week, I've given you two things that you won't like.
It's always it's always a possibility.
Yeah. Do you like Paul Rudd?
I do.
Okay. So I'm going to go with the other option then. And unless you've seen it, then I'll double back.
You like Paul Rudd? Sure do. Well, to hell with that.
No. Like Paul Rudd is the way I'm going. I was going to double up with something similar last week. Okay. I'm going to recommend to you a comedy called I Love You, Man. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. It's just a silly comedy. It has Paul Rudd, J.K. Simmons, few other recognizable names. The reason I've seen it before and the reason I rewatched it, I feel like as a good Canadian, we didn't really mention the sad passing of Canadian musician Neil Peart from the rock group Rush.
Yeah.
And so this movie features that band pretty heavily. So I kind of rewatched it. So that's my recommendation to you. I Love You, Man. It's not Oscar bait. It's not going to blow your socks off. It's just a silly movie. It's an adult comedy, so you know there is some questionable adult content and language in it, but I like Paul Rudd, and I'll see if you enjoy it or not.
Right. Oh, I Love You, Man is the name of the oh, okay. Well, I just thought that. No, never mind. It's fine. I thought.
No, I like you a lot. It's just.
No. It's fine. It's
it's a bit.
No.
Soon.
You're right.
Soon.
No. It's. We'll have this conversation.
Okay. Never.
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
Do you have a shout out?
Yeah. What way should I go with this shout out? I've got two names in mind. How do I pick? I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to give the shout out to.
Thank you for not internalizing that whole process. Thank you for making us a part of whatever that just was.
So here's the thing. If there's one thing I've learned, Quentin did not internalize anything when he rescued Sass, and he is just a boss. So I'm just trying to just live the Quentin way.
That's logic that I can't argue with.
The second is, it's been like 27 weeks running where you've asked if I've had a shout out and I haven't, so I just want to prove that I've put some thought into it.
Yeah, although now you've had lots of time to stall and come up with something. So
Okay.
I still don't know if this is...
It's true.
You know.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to give you a double shout out.
All right, do it.
Yeah. First shout out, friend of the family, very active on our social media, Johanna Valenga. I think she was pretty pumped about this movie being the winner of the Disney movies. So shout out goes to you. And second shout out goes to Nick Myers. Not sure if he listens to the show, but I know he is a huge Rush fan. So it would be weird not to give him a shout out in a episode that I mentioned the band Rush.
Get your act together, Nick. You don't listen to the show?
I mean, maybe he does. I don't know. Maybe he's like our number one fan. I don't know.
I mean, if he doesn't listen, then I don't feel bad about, like, I feel like I can say anything right now.
Well, I wouldn't say anything. Like, he might listen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Next, I love you, man.
Hey, there you go. That's a nice thing to say.
No, sorry, I'm just confirming that's the movie I'm supposed to.
Oh yeah.
Supposed to watch. I love you, man. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, bye then.
Oh, just wait. One more thing, Brady. One more thing.
Oh my gosh. What?
I need
what?
to tell
What do
you.
you want? What do you want?
You had a question for me online, and I need to answer it to you here. You wondered how to enter our Patreon Valentine's Day giveaway, where we're giving away 2 prizes worth $17 of chocolate each. All you have to do is just sign up on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and you'll be entered into this draw and every other draw we do about every month or two. And the odds of winning are actually pretty good. So, like, for $1 a month, you can walk away with something that'll take you 17 months to, like, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, is what I'm saying.
There's a lot of different ways you could have said that,
Mm-hmm.
and some of those ways would have been very obvious and full of exposition. And so I'm really glad that's not the route you took.